Hello, everyone, and I need to share. I think it's that one. Hey, can you see the presentation?
Well, only part.
Yeah, not on the full screen, Jolenta.
Oh,
Enter. Yeah, that's
full
it.
clear screen.
Yeah.
Can you
Perfect.
see it now? Oh,
Yes.
all this technology. And I think Christina has just jumped off. She had another engagement, and unfortunately she had to go. She told me about this, but it was lovely to see her and her updates where she is. So today I want to invite you to transformative journey towards unlocking the magic of purpose-driven communication. And it's about communication with ourselves. So most of us live the way that external environment wants us to be, the way the external environment wants us to be. And so most of us stop listening to our intuition. We stop connecting with our dreams. We do what is expected to us. So today, we are going to take time to listen to our internal voice and trust that that voice has our purpose of our life, our energy, our guide. This voice is our guide, and it gives us direction. Does that make sense with everyone?
Yes.
Awesome. So with that voice in mind, we will craft our roadmap to authentic communication. We will uncover ourselves, and we will open the door to more, and this is the idea, that we open the door to more fulfilling life. And so the life that we have more, we experience ourselves. So basically, this exercise is to uncover our lost parts of ourselves and help us review our direction in life. Does it sound good?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope so. So let's take a moment and reflect on the significance of our authenticity in our personal growth. So what do you believe holds the most potential for personal growth and impact in communication? Speaking from the heart or conforming to societal norms?
Well, speaking from the heart, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I sort of like, if you are in professional job, you sometimes have to adjust to the environment. But eventually, you're still speaking through your heart because you know the best, what is the best at that moment for everybody. If they accept or not, well, might be different. Sorry.
I agree, Elizabeth. And I think even in moments where you conform to societal norms due to professional environment, sooner or later there will be the point where you will have to speak from the heart, because you'll be either unhappy or I think if you're true to your values, then I think you will have to speak from your heart. That's my opinion.
Awesome.
Yeah. Beside that, also they will know who you are really, because you stated your sort of signature on.
Yes.
And I think if
yes, go on, Anja.
Yeah, I think if you try to hide your true self by only conforming to societal norms, it puts an enormous pressure onto you that you won't be able to, it won't be sustainable over time.
And I also like to throw in another idea, is that what is the societal norms? I think it's like the picture, for me, it's like a picture in space, in time, sorry. And so, you know, those norms 100 years ago, they were different. So it's time for it, they are always evolving. So I see my role as contributing to the evolution of those norms. Otherwise, we will be stuck 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think for me at the moment, it's expanding the consciousness of everybody within the societal norms.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's a huge one at the moment.
Yeah.
Amanda, are you there? Would you like to add anything? Not at this point. Okay, and I have another question. The question is, when we are true to ourselves, how does it impact on our relationships with other people around us? The question is, how do you think embracing our inner voice contributes to building genuine connections and fostering trust in our interactions compared to when we hold back or conform to external expectations? What's coming up for you?
If this environment, so people want to hear, if they asking you question, then you answer. But I was in an environment where the other person was talking and want to convince me. So that's the way to talk. So then I am just listener and just reviewing the situation. Of course, eventually you're speaking from heart, and that the people might not like that. What you want to put in. And as I said, that's the years you are like you are. So they accept in you or they don't.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree, Elizabeth. I was put into this situation at the beginning of COVID. And if I was to fit into the societal norms, I would have kept my job, but I didn't. So I was asked to leave. And I was more than happy to do that because I followed my instinct and conformed to my values. And I know I've done the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you on that. Okay, so thank you for your contribution. So I just wanted us to get into that space of what does it mean to be authentic, to listen to our voice. So I wanted to share a part of my story. So I always remember the message of my boss when I first started a job. He said to me, and he really liked me a lot, but he said to me, if what you see here doesn't align with your beliefs, remember, there is always an exit. So it's up to me to accept it or go, right? So I always remember this in the back of my mind. And some years later, I joined a large organization and I decided to follow the directions and values of that company. So at the time, my number one value was financial stability. This was my definition of freedom. And I put many of my personal values on hold because I was serving. And over years, over time, I realized that I created the person that wasn't entirely me. Who resonates with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
We all do that. So as the years went by, I realized that my values were trying to come true to me and be noticed. But it was by then it was increasingly difficult to introduce those values into my work because everyone kind of accepted me certain way. So I also realized that I began distancing myself from certain people. And I was seeking different tribe because I wanted to connect with other people who maybe had a similar values. So eventually I found a tribe and I began paying attention to my inner voice. And this discovery led me to a different type of joy in my life. I discovered myself. So as I went through this process, I kind of notionally updated my roadmap. And this is the kind of thing that I would love us to experience and you to experience tonight. So it's about unlocking the power of purpose-driven communication, and it's plotting your roadmap. So we will be plotting your roadmap to success in business and winning in life. So let me just introduce the concept. So there are 3 pillars to authentic communication. Pillar number 1 is the purpose. And so purpose is the foundation of true communication. We don't want to just do it. We want to do the things with the purpose, because for us, it has a meaning and we need to be able to communicate it with the world. That's number 3, sorry, I'm going too far. The second pillar is presence. So what presence is about is purpose allows us to be present. If we know our purpose, so we kind of realize we know who we are, and we want to be present everywhere, at home, at work, and we want to be present in our community. We want to contribute to our community in an authentic way, in a way that it makes sense to us, and we do it as our purpose. And pillar number 3 is productivity. Because once we know purpose, purpose fuels our productivity, and productivity serves our purpose. The loop is closed. Productivity without purpose is just busy work, and purpose without productivity is daydreaming. So here we are. I want us to start the plotting our roadmap, start doing the exercise. So once we create that roadmap, the idea is that we read that roadmap, that statement, we'll be calling it purpose statement, every day, because what information we give to our mind, the mind will follow. That's very important. So now in terms of structure, so there are 5 core domains or areas in our life. This is spiritual, family, social, physical, and financial, or business. So it's important. Spiritual is about, let's take time and listen to our heart, listen to who we are. The family is, just to imagine ourselves, how do we want to be with our family? We want to be present with the family. We want to be listening and having a discussion. We need to understand what do we actually expect. The social domain is about our community, what community we want to create and what community we want to be part of. The physical domain is it's all about what do we do to energize us, to energize our body and mind. And finally, financial or business domain is through financial, we define our business, what business we want to be in, and how do we, considering all those 4 area domains, how do we want to build our business? What foundations? So now the exercise, I'd like to start the exercise. So imagine, do you have a piece of paper and pen?
Yes.
Yes. So if you divide your piece of paper into 5 areas and start writing from the top, starting from the spiritual domain, and just write 3 to 5 bullet points under each domain. How do you want it to be? How do you want to experience your life? And let's take 3 minutes or whatever we need. And I also want you to remember to write the last one as last, because it's important that you build your business on your other 4 domains.
Okay.
Elizabeth still writing?
Well, yeah.
Any big aha moments, Andrea?
Not really, because I know where I'm going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just putting it on paper. It's not really a aha moment. I knew it before, but yeah, it's black on white now.
Well, it's good to have a
Yeah.
review every so often, every 6 months, to review that and do that paper, update it. And so because this is the way we grow, we actually can check our list and say, okay, 6 months ago I thought I'm gonna go this direction, but I'm changing slightly. that doesn't make sense anymore. So that's why I'm doing this, because I know you have done it many times, but we need to keep doing it. And last time I have done mine, I kind of had a new revelations in my head. So
Nice.
yeah, you never know what's next. So are we ready to go to the next exercise?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next step, it's a little bit longer. That's how I allow a little bit more time. But what I want you to write is 2 pieces. One is I want you to start with your purpose statement, and and statement written like your urology. So someone else, imagine that's the end of your life, and someone talks about you. So Yolanda, I said, Yolanda was open and enthusiastic. And then there will be another sentence, and there will be another sentence. So I encourage you to write what you would like them to say at that point of time, in that past tense. I think that's the past tense, right? And the second piece, once you've done that, I want you to write your vision. And again, just maybe write 2, 3, 3 to 5 actually points, the important things. So, and I want you to start with the vision 10 years from now, 5 years from now, and then 1 year at the end.
Okay.
Okay, so just keep writing.
Hmm.
Are you about ready?
Yeah, almost.
Take time.
Yeah.
Done. You know, the idea is I really wanted create the environment where you actually do the work now, so you can and I show you at the end what I like to arrive with. So this is really my final slide. And so I wanted to create like a book. So I hope you have written each part on a separate piece of paper. So so you have created like a book, and then you can actually look at this every day and read your purpose statement, read your vision over the time, and then you also read through all your most important things that are required in your life in every domain. So any final thoughts, anything that you have noticed or maybe you want to share, please share.
Well, actually, I feel more, I have a better picture about how I can go with. I had an idea, I have energy to go with it. But, you know, now as I'm writing is more achievable, I can see that clear.
Awesome. That's the idea. And also the idea is that you have it in one place. So you can actually open each page. You know, it take you only a few minutes in the morning to go through, remind your brain where we're going. Yeah. Because our brain, as you all know, has tendency that will just follow any thoughts. It will think that this is important. But if we give it a direction in the morning, it will start to follow, will almost like it will know what to do.
So what I am doing every morning, I'm writing what I have to do really for the day. Sometimes it activities outside or any basic for home, but also writing and what I should write and the vision which just came to my mind. And then it's happened.
Exactly. It will happen. But I encourage you not only write the list what to do, write a list who to be.
Okay.
So that's why a vision is important, because if you put in your vision that you want to achieve certain things in 10 years time or 5 years time, I want you to write, you know, next to it, say, who do I need to be? So you also send a direction of, you know, do I need to smile more? Do I need to attend this? Do I need to, you know, to maybe do more public speaking? Do I need to have more conversations with certain people? Who do I need to be? Do I need to speak up? Like we've been talking about this. The whole idea is that we connect with our parts that have been disengaged for years. So we actually spend the time to discover those parts and give them voice, and then you know, and what role is those parts in who we're becoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually had an aha moment when I did my purpose statement.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that my purpose has changed, and I know I'm on the right track, but it kind of got really much clearer what I want to focus on in my
Awesome.
work. Yeah, so thank you. I really, really love the exercise. Yeah, and I also like the idea of not only, because me too, I have a to-do list every single day. I know exactly what I have to do. But I like the idea of who to be.
That's right.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because we are so familiar with the to-do list, but
Mm.
if we can understand what was actually, how does it affect our being? Who are we becoming? Are we becoming robots, or are we doing this with the purpose? So the whole idea is, once we understand our purpose, and we become more present to it, and then we become more productive in our life. So we are not just busy people. We are, that's being present to our life.
Yeah. And I think we can add to that list as well.
Yes.
Like a list of our thoughts. Really become aware of what our thoughts are throughout the day.
I have a
Because
diary, actually. So I am writing, sometimes something's come in a dream, sometimes
yeah.
I feel a certain way, and I am asking myself why, and answer comes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
beautiful.
it's a very good point, and I probably like to add that it's like
Yeah.
the last page being a journal page.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what I capture the thoughts that are still walking around my head, and so understand those thoughts, because what I also learned, and actually that should be a page every day, that by doing so we identify the patterns. There are
Yes.
patterns that go through our thinking,
Yeah.
and then if there is a pattern of certain and it's negative pattern, for example, we can attend to it. And if it's a super positive pattern, we can also attend to it.
Yes.
Good point. Yes. So
Yeah, love it.
capture our thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be more aware of our thoughts, because they really do influence our reality big time. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's something, sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
it's something that we have never been taught.
No.
Nobody ever, in school, nobody ever talked to us about being aware of what we're thinking, because our thoughts create our reality.
Yes.
So
Our thoughts create our reality.
yeah,
And the thing is that how many times you remember, that adults maybe were not attending to those thoughts. So that because kids were usually verbal, they will be saying that. No one's taking notice of that. No one's encouraging it.
On the contrary, somebody would shush you and tell you to be quiet, and then here you are with your negative thoughts, swallowing them and having them work you up, suppressing them, and creating all sorts of emotions, as we know, that we keep carrying around all our lives.
And triggering and creating the triggers.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was writing notes every day, what makes me to feel a certain way, I actually, after I put on a paper, I used to forget, and I was free sort of something which I was dwelling inside me. Because once you're there, you're thinking, okay, it's there, I can always go to that, but I don't need now.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. So we're coming to the end of time, but what I encourage you to polish these pages
Mm.
And go through those pages every day. Read
Yeah.
them to yourself, because and like I said in the beginning, we really need to review this every 3 to 6 months, and see if we're still going in that direction, and having it in one spot, one book. It really brings the whole our affairs to one place.
Mm. Love it.
Well, actually, my second book was made by that, because I went to work, observe people, how they behave, what's happening, what my reaction to that. And I have reflection after that. And, you know, going through 35 years here, I'm not talking even back home, because that was more like other stuff, but in here, in Australia. And then I could adjust to new challenges, because I had patients with the different challenges. So I have that information already on the paper for me. I can go, oh, I observe if that person had the same behavior and why. And that's how my book about the nursing sort of arrived, and some coaching stuff on that.
Yeah. Yes. So capture those thoughts, keep updating your vision map, and remember, who do you want to be remember as, and what does that mean? That as we started, it's purpose-driven communication. So if we can really look at our purpose and listen to our internal voices that are trying to tell us something, and develop a courage not to squash those messages, to actually bring them to our lives, so the world around us knows that. Because we said, Ellie, in the beginning, we had this discussion that creates much stronger and deeper relationships when we are open and authentic. And yes, we are going, there are 7 billion people around the world. And, okay, 6.999 billion people, they won't be our fans, but there will be a group of people that will be loving us, and they will be supporting us. And that's who we need. But if we put a mask, they don't know who we are.
And vice versa.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to have a courage to, first of all, we need to find out who we are. And then secondly, have a courage to be aligned with our, and fight for our values. And not thinking about, I need to be liked, or I can't say that because I'd be judged, I will be rejected. So with all this in mind, I trust you're going to have a wonderful night. And, I usually arrive with some answers in the morning. My brain still chews the ideas. And I even have some additional thoughts in the morning, and I quickly write them down. So observe that yourself.
Yes. Beautiful. I loved it. Thank you so much, Jolinta.
You're welcome.
I'm glad I was here tonight.
Thank you.
So sure. I thought, and I've learned that from this community, that it's good to do the exercise that we actually can finish in the class, and so we can we don't have to sit and think, oh, I'm going to do that, I feel guilty, I'm going to actually continue. If we can do that and say, okay, I've done something today, I spent 1 hour in the group, in my community, but I improved my life a little bit.
Yeah. No, beautiful.
You're welcome. Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yes, in 2 weeks time, Gail is going to have a presentation. I've forgotten exactly what was the theme, but she knows well. I think she was coming, but she didn't come. It was nice to see Amanda. Amanda, did you want to come out and say hello at least?
My laptop is, I'm getting my laptop fixed at the moment, so
I'm
All
on
right.
one of these little smartphones, so I'll be set up for next time if that's okay.
That's okay. That's beautiful. I'm really glad that you managed. You came. We'd like to see you. We have it's a very safe and a friendly place where we can share our thoughts and on our journey. So I'm looking forward to see you in 2 weeks' time. Our other member, Gail, will be delivering her presentation. So we are looking forward and we're cheering her up. This is the space that where we have a safe environment for everyone who wants to develop the public speaking. You're welcome to come and do that here, and we will be supporting you as well. So think about this. And we also have some topics throughout the year. So if you, it's actually themes, I call them themes. So you can choose your own topic out of the theme. If you wanted to do the presentation, you're welcome, Amanda. I can send you the list of themes and available spots, so you can choose and prepare something if you choose so. Okay, but good night for now, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Have a lovely 2 weeks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
I know it's winter and it's sometimes hard to come here, but here we are. We've done something for ourselves.
At least we are in our old environments, own environment. So we are warm or cold, it depends. If you open the window.
That's right. We're rocked up.
Yes, I've got lots of jumpers here.
Me too.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Stop recording.
Amanda.